Beloved, we have arrived. Across the past 9 episodes, we have explored every layer of illusion that shapes the human experience. From the masks you learned to wear, the roles you inherited, the stories you've absorbed, the emotional responsibilities you carried, the conditional worth you performed for, the smallness you accepted, the boundaries you collapsed, the truth you feared expressing, to the belonging you thought you had to earn. And as profound as each of these illusions is, they are all branches of one deeper illusion, the belief that you are separate from your true self. This illusion is the origin of all other illusions. It is the fracture that creates self-doubt, self-silencing, self-abandonment, self-judgment, self-minimizing, self-sacrifice, self-distrust, and self-forgetting. And today, in the closing of this arc, we bring you back home from separation to wholeness. The first separation. When you lost contact with your true self, separation begins the moment a child realizes my truth is too much for this environment, so the child splits into two. The first part is the authentic self, the one who feels deeply, loves fully, expresses honestly, knows intuitively, moves naturally, desires boldly, and lives without hesitation. And the second part is the adaptive self, the one who performs, shapes, pleases, hides, shrinks, wonders, fears, guesses, and survives. This split is how illusion begins. The authentic self becomes internal, a whisper, a memory, a quiet knowing. The adaptive self becomes external, the performer, the pleaser, the achiever, the peacekeeper, the strong one. And over the years, you begin to identify with a version of you that kept you safe, rather than the version of you that makes you whole. The root of all human suffering. Self-abandonment. Every illusion explored in this arc leads here. Self-abandonment is the consequence of believing you must disconnect from your true self to survive. When you abandon your truth, relationships feel confusing, decisions feel heavy, communication feels stressful, boundaries feel impossible, life feels muted, emotions feel overwhelming. Intuition feels distant. Joy feels fragile. Purpose feels blurry. Self-abandonment is the quiet erosion of your inner authority. It is the loss of internal reference. It is the moment illusion becomes identity. The great unlearning. You were never separate. Here is the truth that breaks the final illusion. Your true self never left you. You simply left awareness of it. The authentic self has been with you through every contraction, every silence, every survival moment, every role you played, every truth you swallowed, every fear you inherited. Your true self has been guiding you, nudging you, calling you, whispering in your intuition, flooding you with emotion, sending you discomfort when your boundary collapsed, sending you longing when your truth was unspoken, sending you dreams that refused to die. Your true self didn't disappear. It was waiting. It was watching. It was holding your essence until the moment you were ready to return. That moment is now. The return. Reuniting with the self you abandoned. The return begins when one simple truth comes to the fore. You no longer need the illusions that once protected you. Your nervous system is stronger. Your awareness is sharper. Your compassion is deeper. Your sovereignty is emerging. Your truth is louder. Your alignment is calling. You have outgrown the version of yourself that needed illusion to survive. You are stepping into a version of yourself that requires truth to live. What does it mean to live beyond illusion? Living beyond illusion does not mean you never feel fear, you never fall into old patterns, you never get triggered, you never question yourself. Living beyond illusion means you recognize every old pattern as a doorway back to your truth. You no longer confuse roles with identity. You no longer confuse approval with worth. You no longer confuse silence with peace. You no longer confuse smallness with safety. You no longer confuse belonging with self-erasure. And you no longer confuse illusion with truth. It means you have awakened to your own inner authority. You are no longer living from the outside in. You are living from the inside out. Today's embodied practice, the Reclamation Declaration. Beloved, please stand, breathe deeply, place a hand on your heart and another on your belly, and speak these words aloud. I return to myself. I reclaim what I abandoned. I stand in my truth. I no longer choose illusion. I choose my whole self. Pause. Feel the resonance in your body. This is your turning point. This is your homecoming. This is your liberation. This arc has completed. Your becoming has just begun. Beloved, the Anatomy of Illusion arc has not been about dismantling something broken. It has been about remembering something whole. You have peeled back illusion after illusion, role after role, burden after burden, fear after fear, and story after story, and beneath it all, you found yourself. Not the self shaped by survival, not the self sculpted by conditioning, not the self others needed you to be, but the self you were before you learned to disappear. This is the finale of the arc, but it is the beginning of your new life. A life lived from truth, a life lived from wholeness, a life lived from sovereignty, a life lived from the unedited, unshrinking, uncompromising fullness of your being. Welcome to episode 10. Welcome home. The final powerful invitation. If this arc has awakened you, if you felt yourself returning, remembering, reclaiming, then the next step is not theoretical, it is lived. Inside the Vybrational Sanctuary, you will find the full Self-Reclamation Integration Kit, which includes the True Self-Reconnection Meditation, the Post-Illusion Integration Framework, the Return to Self-Embodiment Ritual, a 7-day Sovereign Identity Reset, a written guide to living beyond illusion in daily life. Beloved, illusion was the story, truth is the path, wholeness is the destination. Begin living from your true self, fully, unapologetically, and vibrationally aligned.